Look at your girlfriend and be like, yeah, I told you Robbie was a short ass, little skinny ass, scrawny, little punk ass boy. Pounds of pure blow away in the windable weight right here. Jenny's back, boys.
Yo, I miss this car. Dude, I actually love this thing. Aside from the fact that it is a yacht.
Jenny and the Z are like way too big for what they are.
Like this thing is literally touching the back door right now, and the front end of it lined up with the Civic, but the Civic was like 2 feet from the door. It's such a big car. This thing is also a big car, and that's kind of half of what we're even going to address today.
This is actually super exciting too, because this is the first time that Jenny's going to be on the lift at the new house. I feel like the BRZ and the Genesis, when we moved here, it was like the end of the season, we weren't drifting anymore, and the BRZ was like done for the year, so we just let them go.
And every single day I've been looking at the booty on the
Let me just remind you guys.
Yes please, dude. The booty on this thing is all you can ask for.
And I kind of got sick of looking at it in the yard. There's a couple things we got to clean up before we start modding the car for this drift season, which is a lot of stuff that I want to do. Like you guys know, last year I just learned. I literally just started drifting last year. I have really still no idea what I'm doing. I'm just learning. But we know we need an angle kit. We know we need a hydro. We know we need a couple things. I have a tuning kit already for this car, like a tuning platform. But there's a couple things I want to get dialed in before we get there, and like some things that need to happen with the car.
And honestly, I'm just super excited to keep driving this car this year, make as much progress as possible on the build, and literally just learn as much as I can, get as much seat time as possible with this car. First things first, I'm gonna add these to the pile of needs new tires. These ones honestly aren't even as bad as these boys. These boys are obviously toast, but these are starting to like delaminate in little chunks. You guys can see there's like little chunks missing out of everywhere, so these don't really have much life left in them, even though they don't look super dead. It's only a matter of time before that little tiny hole becomes a massive hole. And in the meantime, I could throw on the nice wheels, which actually have fresh toils already on them. Looks so much better already, aside from the fact that there's like dookies packed into the wheel. It's looking good. Rotor's looking a little rusty, but that's just because I haven't really moved the car all winter long. But aside from that, dude, everything else seems to be holding up nice. These coils and everything look super fresh still, which is cool. Alright, so today I actually want to do something a little bit different. I want to test something out with the Genesis. I feel like I used to make a ton of videos when I was first getting started on YouTube, like testing things that I had heard and trying to see the results for myself, because you can Google things on forums, you can Google things all day long, but whatever answer you want to find, you'll find. Like someone says, hey, is stripping your interior worth it? If you want the answer to be no, you're going to find a forum that says no. If you want the answer to be yes, you're going to find a forum that says yes. There's always going to be something out there to agree with you. And the number one thing that you guys comment on all my videos, which is super annoying to be honest with you guys, is to strip the interior. I'm not an interior strip guy. I like full interiors. I like my cars that look super beautiful on the inside. Even though we started drifting and stuff, I left a full interior inside of it. And most people with a drift car would take out their interior if they're gonna like get it caged or something. I'm not gonna get it caged right now. I'm nowhere near the point of needing a cage. But I was at the dump the other day throwing out a bunch of junk that the previous owner left in the shed that I just never dealt with. And when they were weighing me, I was thinking like, yo, I wonder what it would weigh if we stripped out the interior of the Genesis. Like, how much are we really gonna save? This car is very obese.
It's a boat. It's a heavy ass car. And I think this is a really good test subject too, because mine has the full, like this thing's fully upgraded. It's got like the leather seats, it's got a subwoofer, it's got all the power stuff. This is like the most jammed up car you can get. So mine will be the most extreme measure. If you guys have like a very base model car, it's not gonna save you as much weight.
So I say we start in the booty like always, because I feel like this is where lots of our savings is gonna come from. I'm sorry, girl. honestly, that trunk is really cool. And obviously for the sake of this video, I'm going full send. I'm taking out everything, even stuff that weighs absolutely nothing. Anyways, I'm saying we start one by one, area by area. I went out this morning to Canadian Tire, picked up a scale. Cause I don't have a scale in my house because I don't care what I weigh. All right, guessing game starts now. Look at whoever you're watching this video with. You guess how much I weigh. I honestly have no idea. I know when I used to go to the gym, I weighed like 150-ish pounds. Don't know what I weigh now. Couldn't tell you. Okay, 0. Ooh, baby, 150 on the button. Whoever said 150, you was right, boys. Look at your girlfriend and be like, yeah, I told you Robbie was a short ass, little skinny ass, scrawny, little punk ass boy. 150 pounds of pure blow away in the windable weight right here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, yeah, okay, cool, it's 0. And we have a little bit of a bigger base to start stacking stuff. Spare tire, 34.2 pounds. Check that out. The toolkit, 3.8 pounds. 11.8 pounds. All right, so if you take your entire trunk out of your Genesis, you save 49.8 pounds. It's not terrible. It's not bad. That's like taking a medium-sized dog out of your car. So behind this door card, there's a JBL amplifier, which is wired straight up here. This is a sub. You guys can see it kind of like, maybe it won't focus, I don't know. But there's a subwoofer right here. And it actually has like a proper nice JBL mounted amp. And then some sort of upgraded infinity speakers, maybe for the doors. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool when you find stuff like that, because a lot of times you get in a car that says it has an upgraded sound system, but it doesn't really sound any different, and you don't know how much really is in there or what you paid for. I got the seats out. I think the seats are what's gonna weigh the most back here. That's what I was at least going for, but all I gotta do now is find out how exactly this thing's held on. If it even is held on. Looks like maybe those little tabs, when you pull it, they move. 56.4. So we're already out 100 pounds and we haven't even made it to the front of the car yet, which is actually impressive. Full plastics on hardware side. If you wanted to go full cheapo mode and just rip out the seats super easy, you would save whopping total of 31 pounds. For some reason, this has turned into a full out contest for me. I'm driven to see how much weight we can save. I'm like super amped up to find out every last little bit of weight we can save. For some reason, knowing that if you take out all the hardware and like the plastics obviously don't add up to much, but all the hardware and stuff like seat belts, you save significantly more weight. It's starting to get me excited. I don't like it, but it's happening, so we're gonna roll with it. Hyundai's an interesting brand, dude. This whole piece came out as one. That's a big boy, and it like flexed all weird. So like I told you guys, I'm obviously gonna put some stuff back. We're just trying to see, you know, how much weight you can save. And then I'll come back in and do what I think we should do. But something that I noticed when I pulled out that console was that there's a couple things here that are gonna kind of interrupt my life that I don't want to have to look at, but I don't want the console there at the same time. From what I can see, this is called a yaw sensor, and essentially it has something to do with your stability control, traction control, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people were saying to get rid of it is good for drifting. Apparently it helps with like left foot braking and that kind of stuff because your car is sensing way too much for you to do what you want to do when you're drifting. So I was in the middle of watching a video on what happens when you remove it and my phone died. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove it for today. It literally plugs in right there. We're not putting this piece back, so I can go inside later, watch a video, and educate myself if I want to leave it out or not. But apparently it just completely disables the car's ability to use traction control. Just
makes it completely off. I'm sure I'll find out real quick, if not from my own research, from you guys watching this video. Yaw sensor, what a weird name. Yaw. This is an airbag control unit, that's what it says right there at least, and that's what I expected because all the yellow wires going to it. I don't think I need this thing. You don't want your airbags to go off, like if we're saying me and Chris rent the track and we're trying to learn how to tandem, and he pumps my door, I don't want my airbags going off, but I don't have a cage yet, so like if you get in a real big accident, I feel like I'm not at that level yet. I'm not gonna be going fast enough or doing anything crazy enough. I'm gonna remove it for now because my instinct says I don't need that. I don't think I need it. Same thing though, I'm gonna go do research tonight, and when this video goes out, you guys are all gonna tell me if I need it or not. And it's literally right here. Is gonna do no harm. I've already removed 90% of the airbag sensors anyways because that's just part of it, so. That's a lot of finger strength. Full stereo system, 29 pounds, boys. The rest of the front comes in at 25.6. Not a lot, pretty much what I was expecting. 54.6 pounds saved. If you wanna get super nitpicky with this, I'm sure you can find a weight for the steering wheel. We replaced our steering wheel with an aftermarket steering wheel. D&D wheel weighs like nothing pounds, it barely exists. I just went to watch my old video and the seats weighed 55.4 pounds each. So seats alone weighed 110 pounds. Well, 111 basically. The new seats weighed 34 pounds each. So if you just did one for a driver's seat, obviously you save yourself another 35 pounds. You do two, put in 68 pounds. You still saved 42.8 pounds. Jenny's on a fat diet right now, dude, huge. We can go ahead right here, cross off diet for Jenny. All right, so check this out. Big engineering explained vibes right now on my board here. We saved a total of 203.6 pounds. 206 pounds is like kicking out an adult man out of your car. So you guys know, like if you've ever had someone sit in your car and you drive around with them, you know that it feels a little bit slower than it just did when you were by yourself and you're like, why the is that? It's because it's added weight. It's 203 pounds. It's not a lot, but like it's a pretty good amount of savings out of a car. What's interesting is something that I don't even know if it's gonna make sense. So let me just figure it out here. That is the most math you guys are ever gonna see me do in your entire life, so I hope you enjoyed it. It came out with some saddening results. I thought it was gonna be a lot better, but that's why I was doing this today. You're gonna notice the 200 pounds missing. When it comes to facts and like paper numbers, it's not as impressive as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty good. Power to weight ratio, 210 horsepower divided by stock weight is 0.62. This is 4.6, this is 4.8, so those actually don't even matter because they're like the same. So 0.62. 210 divided by the new weight is 0.66. If you did 224 horsepower divided by 3,362 pounds, it would equal 0.66, which means taking out that much weight basically gives you 14 free horsepower. It's not scientifically proven that way, but exactly what I just did gave me 14 horsepower that I don't have to do shit for. I'm not excited about it because it's 14 horsepower. We gotta put bigger turbo on this boy. Before I hop back in there though, I will say that I am impressed. I didn't think taking out all your interior would save you that much. I thought it was gonna save you a lot less. This is it. This is our temporary finished product. So right now, I threw the door cards back on because my windows need to go up and down. I need to be able to open my trunk, open my gas door, little things like that. And I told you guys I absolutely love door cards. Even if I were to get rid of them for like race car stuff, I'll probably buy some nice aluminum ones or whatever to make them look really clean. No speakers behind it, just the card is on. I left full carpet up front. I left full plastics and all that kind of stuff up in here. The only ones I got rid of are these because they clip into the thingy that goes here, which I got rid of. So I put this back, no speaker under here again. Also, this is just kind of like awkward if there's nothing here. You could use it for gauges, but because I'm getting rid of everything else here, I figure we'll do something really cool right here with gauges. I'm thinking like maybe put like just a sheet of plastic or metal or something that we can kind of like incorporate maybe some switches, maybe some gauges, and then this thing also because, you know, I live in Canada, so sometimes you wake up in the morning, it's a little cold, you need to defrost your window or something. I need these. These are essential. You need to have the heat controls. Gives us space for gauges, switches, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll just trim the dash off wherever we're done. And I was gonna go ahead and weld my piece of metal here, but I figure I'll wait because our hydro is gonna go right here. And if I need to make a bracket for it or something, I weld this over, and I could have done something different. I'm just gonna do it all in the same day. Clean up all the wires, just throw them under the carpet for now. If I don't need these 2 modules, I can actually completely remove all the wires that go to here. And I went through and wiped down and vacuumed the entire interior because it was just a little custy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. We still got an engine light. We already had an engine light. Once we upgrade this thing and get it tuned, they'll probably just get rid of all the codes that are in there. But it seems to work, which is exciting. That's exactly what we want. So to answer my own question, I guess, that I had at the beginning of today, yes, this does do something. This definitely does something. It's definitely worth doing. It's not gonna be something where I could take it out on the street right now and start drifting and tell you guys, oh, it's so noticeable, like so much more different. But I feel like if you pair it with other things, like as we've been modding it and adding a little bit of power here, a little bit of power there, if you do one of those things, it's a little bit more power depending on how you look at it. And I feel like it's worth it in this case, shaving 200 pounds off of a very obese car. It still weighs 3,100 pounds. Before I let you go, we actually have some really cool progress that you guys should be excited about that's going on inside the house. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't think I told you guys yet, but we got rid of that shed. We dragged all the base and stuff out. So we gained another, basically once we get rid of all this tree stump and stuff, we'll have like 2 more parking spaces, which is gonna total us in at like seven parking spaces outside alone in the backyard, not including inside the garages or in the front drive. It looks a little haggard right now, but dude, it's gonna be so nice. Oh, sorry, Franks. What's up, girl? Why are you laying behind the door? Jeez, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. All right, dude, check it out. We finally are making some progress down here. I don't know how much I've showed you guys on videos, but I've showed you guys on Instagram, definitely, that we did like a full renovation out here. Frankie's mad that I ditched her. We basically turned this last bedroom into just like an opening where we can have like a TV hangout area. We can actually have more space to like have a nice hangout section and like have it be comfortable with multiple people over. Because right now this little narrow space is just not doing it for us. We did all of like the work here, and I was gonna do the sanding and the mudding and stuff, and because I was gonna do it, it's been like probably 3 months of delays on this Hot Wheels video because I really want to get the Hot Wheels video done. I want to build the wall down here, but we can't build the wall until they paint the wall, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks ago, I got fed up with myself because mudding and sanding sucks. If you guys know anything about it, you know you don't want to do it. So I hired someone, he came down here, made this look absolutely beautiful. And then paint guy started this week. So this wall has been painted fully white. He just has to do a little bit more sanding. He's got to finish up all the rest of the walls. Over here has been painted white. And then this wall is gonna be like a nice dark blue, which is sick. So by the end of this week, the whole house will be painted. He's literally painting every inch of this house, every single room, everything's getting done. Anyways, by the end of the week, he will be completely done. We can build the Hot Wheels wall. So if you guys had anything that you were waiting to send or whatever, this is your last call to send Hot Wheels. We have like 1 million in boxes that we need to open. It's gonna be super fun. I'm fired up. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.